Hey, this is Andy with Rocket City Pinball. Today I'm going to show you how to install my Life Ring action button housing for Jaws Pinball. Now before you order it, you have to decide which orientation of the wraps and which configuration you want. Because if you look at the bottom, you'll see that these pieces are designed to be specifically keyed to fit in the cutout of the lockdown bar. And they're also angled slightly so that they fit. Because if you look closely at the lockdown bar, you'll see it has this slight angle to it. So the part is designed so that it sits perfectly flush along that angle and also sits in the cutout for it. So you'll see that I have the wraps in a 0 and 90 degree orientation. I have them on a 45, and then I also have them, these same two styles, with the rope that would go underneath the wraps on a real one. So this is actual real rope. I designed these parts with holes behind the wrap, so I feed the rope through and secure it in place. So that's kind of a neat, fun, realistic little feature there as well. So decide which orientation you want. The installation process is the same regardless of which one you order. I'll have pictures on the website of how each one of them looks so you can decide which one you like the best. Now to install them, all you're going to need is a set of channel locks or a large wrench. It's actually really easy. So first thing you're going to do is you'll come over here and we're going to have to remove the lockdown bar. Just in case you haven't done that before, you open up your coin door and you look inside the game, and over here on each side you're going to have this latch, and all you do is you pull this latch up and it'll release this hook, and you pull this hook down, and you do that on both sides. And once you release both those hooks, the whole lockdown bar should lift straight off the game just like that. I'm going to bring it over here, and when you flip it over, you'll see that there is a large nut right here. So you're going to get your channel locks, and you're just going to get the channel locks right on there and just give that a little twist. And once that's loose, you should be able to unthread it by hand. Okay, now when you take that off, now you flip it over and you'll discover that the button is actually just a flipper button sitting in this black housing. This is all it is. It's a flipper button. And then there's your housing. Now take note, in the housing you'll see that there's two little notches inside, because on the bottom of the flipper button right here and on the other side 180 out from that, there are little notches in there as well. So the button is keyed to go in there and sit at a certain position without rotating. Okay, I'm going to hand the camera off to my trusty camera person. Okay, so I'm going to choose this one. So the first thing that you do when you're going to get ready to install is you'll notice in here I have those same little notches that are cut out for those keyed portions of the button. So look at the bottom of your button, find where those little notches are. It's right next to the edge of my thumb and my pointer finger there, and you're going to sit it right in the housing lined up with that, and that'll allow it to sit down nice and secure. Okay, so now it's in there. Then all you do is you'll notice the top of the lockdown bar. Remember how I mentioned that it's a keyed cutout, so you need to orient your button housing so that it lines up with the keyed outline there, and then it'll sit down nice and flush. And what you should see is that it sits completely flush all around against the lockdown bar. Okay, just pop it out. Okay, so now we're back in. So now you're going to grab that same nut and you're just going to thread it back on from the bottom while you hold it in place from the top so it doesn't pop out at you. Snug it down finger tight. You can get your channel locks in and just to give it another snug up, and that's all it takes. And then you just come back over to your game, reinstall the lockdown bar, and then of course don't forget to come inside and latch it closed again with those two hooks and latches, one on each side. And that's all there is to it. You're done. So that is the Life Ring action button housing for the lockdown bar for Jaws. And you see you got a nice clean installation all the way around. So you can find this on rocketcitypinball.com. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.